So I would put it to you that we're just doing the same thing. We're just looking for and finding the information that we need to prove ourselves right so that we can move forward and get on with our lives. In the same way that when you want to buy a new car, you decide that you want to buy a Volkswagen. All of a sudden you start seeing Volkswagens everywhere. You start noticing them because they're in your consciousness. Or a woman gets pregnant. All of a sudden she can start seeing lots of babies. Not that they magically appear out of the ether. They've always been there, but she's just never noticed. And now that being pregnant is in her consciousness, she can now see them. I know you understand what I mean by that. So we're always going to see what we want to see. The debunkers are always going to find just enough information to battle the truthers' argument and vice versa. And it's going to be a closely run race unless someone in the government comes out, a whistleblower, and just blows the lid off the whole thing. Then we'll find out who's right. But until then, it's going to be neck and neck. And there isn't going to be any winners in this race at all. But of course, we are the paranoid ones. We are the schizophrenics. We are the psychotics and the insane ones, because we have decided that there is something very, very dark happening, and that 9/11 was just the beginning of that, and that there's something moving forward very fast now towards a world where we are not going to be free. There are some debunkers out there who understand what the New World Order is, and they're fighting it just as hard as we are. The only problem they have is that 9/11 was an inside job, and they cannot see it for the problem, reaction, solution situation that we understand it to be. What I'm asking for is a little compassion for them, a little understanding, and that we can all just agree to disagree on 9/11. I'm not saying it's not important. I'm not saying it's not essential that we know, but we're not going to find out right now unless someone comes out of the woodwork and tells us. What we need to be doing is looking to the present to fix the things that we can fix right now, instead of looking to the past and arguing about what actually happened. Because there is something very dark happening here, and we need to fight it together. We cannot carry on with this bickering and infighting that the government are enjoying so much, that the elites are getting so much power from, that they are orchestrating with disinformation and are using to distract us from what they are doing behind the curtain. All we're really talking about here is an interpretation of history. So bearing in mind that the winner gets to write the history, who is going to be the group that writes it? Is it going to be the debunkers, or is it going to be the conspiracy theorists? Because it's the person or the group with the most defined version of their reality and their ability to then get that across to the masses that will win in the end. And so as a definition of that, we have someone like Bill O'Reilly from Fox News Network. Now, Bill O'Reilly allegedly is a compulsive, pathological liar. The man has the innate ability to bend the truth to his will and spin half-truths into convincing lies, and to lead a good percentage of the American public down such a dark alley, but have them thinking that they're looking into the light. It's incredible. And he does it by speaking with 100% conviction and 100% commitment to the lie that he's telling. Of course, the lies that he's speaking are fed to him by Rupert Murdoch, but that's not the point. It's his ability to define reality for so many Americans that makes him a dangerous individual. So when you're out there delivering the truth, how strong is your version of reality? How committed are you to this premise? Are you easily swayed by the debunkers? Do you speak with commitment? Do you speak with 100% knowledge of your subject? Do you know what the debunking argument is so that you can fight it with your own facts? Now, before you answer those questions, let me give you a definition of commitment. So let's say that you're committed to fighting the New World Order. So in terms of the word commitment, let's have a look at it this way. So imagine that you have someone very close to you. Imagine the person who is closest to you in your life, whether it's your mother or your father or your brother or your sister or your lover, your wife, your husband. Just pick a person and hold them in your mind for a second. Now, it's very late at night, you've had a very long day at work, and your head is just about to hit the pillow. Your man or your woman or your father or your mother are not home yet. But you've had a very long day and your head's just about to hit the pillow, and you know that as soon as it does, you're going to be asleep. And you need the sleep because you're dreadfully tired. So it's about 2 a.m. and the phone rings. It's this person, it's your mother, your father, your husband, whatever it is, the person you've chosen. And they're on the phone, and they're telling you that they're stuck. They're 2 hours away in a car. They're stuck on the motorway. The car is broken down. There are lorries whizzing past it between 70 and 90 miles an hour. It's raining. They've run out of petrol, the car's broken down, or whatever it is, and they want you to come and get them. Would you go to pick them up from that motorway? Would you drive 2 hours to go and get them? Of course you would, because you're committed to them. That's what commitment is. No matter how you feel, no matter what you want, you go and get them. That's commitment. Anything less than that, anything else, is not bad or wrong. It's just not commitment. You're not committed. It's as simple as that. So ask yourself now the same question. No matter what I want, no matter how I feel, am I committed to fighting the New World Order? It's a tough question.
In his memoirs, David Rockefeller said, "For more than a century, ideological extremists at either end of the political spectrum have seized upon well-publicized incidents, such as my encounter with Castro, to attack the Rockefeller family for inordinate influence they claim we wield over American political and economic institutions. Some even believe that we are part of a secret cabal working against the best interest of the United States, characterizing my family and me as internationalists, and of conspiring with others around the world to build a more integrated global political and economic structure, one world, if you will. If that is the charge, I stand guilty, and I'm proud of it."
So there you see, that's all you need. We don't need to be discussing 9/11 and whether it was an inside job or not, whether it was a complicit act on the government's part, whether there were planes or no planes or missiles or explosives in the buildings. It's all irrelevant right now because there's all the proof you need. The people who have the money and the political leverage are creating a new world order. They're creating one world. You have the man, in his own words, telling you what he's going to do. That is all you need to convince the sheeple, along with some footage of police zapping students while they're trying to question senators, and they will get a sense of it. The 9/11 argument as proof of New World Order is going to get you caught up in a maze that you cannot get out of. You cannot prove any of it. All we know for certain about 9/11 is the planes hit those buildings and they came down. That's it. Period. Everything else is conjecture and hearsay. Everything else. But what we do know from the words of their own mouths is that these people with money and power are creating a world that we do not want to live in. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm 100% certain, and I can prove that the New World Order is coming about. I can prove who's behind it. I'm 100% against it, and I will fight it with the last breath in my body. I'm 100% committed. Now, if that makes me insane, then guilty as charged. Bring on the white jacket. I'm as mad as a box of frogs. Who's with me? Thanks for listening.